You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof On Radio.
Or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Goof On Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
All right. Welcome to Goof On, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is Saturday, April 22nd, 2023. How are we? Good. I'm glad. Me too. I feel okay. Still feeling a little weird, but nonetheless, I think I found these vitamin B12 gummies that I forgot to take them, but I took them earlier. They seem to give you this boost. It's nice, but I didn't do that now. Now I'm just going to take half of this B12 shot, and I'm all about the B12. Got to have that B. Got to have that D. Vitamin D, guys. Chill out. I know we got about 90% male visitors here, so I know what you guys were thinking. But tonight, I as you can see, as promised, I'm not going to shut up, especially when people I like are being mistreated. And this guy already put out or made an apology. I don't know if it was an apology video or what, but he talked about what happened, doxing Solar Marshall, who has always been a friend to me, friendly friend. We've never had any issues or anything, but he did, I'm not saying favor, but he watched both shows, but was more or less in Scambian's chat room for a minute, and then, that gets old after a while. And then you come back to where you actually have real entertainment value. And that's here at Goof On, because over there, it's a one-trick pony. I just got to get mad. I got to call people out. I got to lie. By the way, did you see my new lesbian haircut? This is what they wear in Seattle. Seattle wears this. Although I'm wearing a hat, but, He's got this new haircut. Oh, yeah, you see. He looks like Tyler Glockner and Steven Glockner Scambian. It's not even his real name. You know his real name isn't Scambian. Or even Cambian. That's not even his real name. Is it? Scambian. That's the real name. Yeah. Anywho, we'll talk about that. I don't know if we'll have major... hold on. I want to see something here real quick. I want to check something out. Because I don't want to... ooh. Hold on a second. Ooh, whoa. Oh, I'm not going to repeat what I just heard. I can't even tell you who it's from. But this person just said, I'll never trust Scambian again after what he did to Solar Marshall. This is amazing. This is a guy, Solar Marshall, who's a nice guy. Really, very not confrontational, smart. He knows the biz. He gets it. He knows ufology very well. And he let's just say this, he's probably a lot smarter than I am. And that's not saying much, but I think I know a lot over 19 years, but I think he knows way more than I do. And that says a lot. And Solar Marshall, a lot of people know him. He's been on many, many podcasts. He doesn't want anybody to know his name. I know it. I never said it out loud on purpose. But Scambian the other night was literally bashing him. And because I think Scambian was either drunk or something on 420. He was really off. Something, I don't know if he was imbibing. But man alive. I couldn't believe all the people that were messaging me. Did you see what he did to Solar Marshall? I can't believe this guy. So his whole little, I don't know, man. It's really amazing that, everybody's watching everything we say, right? That's why I get in trouble. But I've already said, just like I wouldn't apologize for what I said about Christina Gomez about 2 years ago, whenever that was. Remember? Asshole Face wanted me to apologize. You should apologize. If you apologize to that, I'll have you on the show. I'm like, no. So I'm not going to apologize. I said I'll think about it. And the next day I came out and I said I'm not going to apologize. I don't think I should. I don't think speaking your mind is okay in this field, but there are people who don't want their real names out there for legitimate reasons. And we'll go over a lot of this stuff, and not just about what Scambian's done here. And now he's trying to backtrack, and it wasn't, done with any malicious intent. But I mean, my God, I'm not going to play the videos because I know what he'll do. He'll strike me for playing it. Even though I could literally do the same thing to him, I just don't. I mean, I don't think it's right. I don't want to take any lively. The $200 he makes a month off that show, I don't want to take it away from him. I'd rather the whole channel be taken out. Yeah. But not by me. YouTube has to do it. I don't do that shit, man. I just don't, because I don't like it done to me. And I feel that karma works that way. It's why we're still here. As much as people may not like how I speak, I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not telling people to go dox anybody like they did. I'm not telling anybody to do anything. Do I? I never say don't do this, don't do that. Other than last week when I said do not follow Alien Addict. That guy, he's another one. He has gotten to the top 3. It's top 3 is really top 5. Darcy, Dolan, Scambian, Alien Addict, and Fat Fuck Tony. Gorilla Gamer cares about her. Nobody watches. Nobody cares. But anybody that can influence what people think, what people do, what people believe in is dangerous, especially when it goes my way. So I just wanted to point this out tonight because it's not good, especially when YouTube, as you see in the title here, is shadow banning us all. And then he does this and creates more negativity our direction. YouTube doesn't want to see us doing this. Doesn't he get it? He doesn't get it. That's why we're shadow banned, because people complained about me. They complained about them. There was so much complaining going on. YouTube just said, forget it. You guys, you don't deserve the rewards of a YouTube family. You don't deserve the rewards of having a big channel. You don't deserve to do this full time and live on YouTube. You don't deserve it. You guys are mean to each other. You don't respect each other. You dox each other. I didn't dox anybody. I didn't tell anybody to do. I didn't do any of the things they did. I was the one getting attacked. And yet, we took the biggest blow of any channel out there. Still suffering from that. Still, to this day, have not recovered. Not even close. Not even close. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. But that's life on YouTube, right? I knew it going in. I didn't think that it would be that way, but it is. I mean, I didn't think it would happen the way it did. It's just you can't predict what's going to happen. You just can't. Jeanette Angel, thank you for the $10 super chat. That's an interesting looking super chat. I don't understand what I'm looking at. I know that I see the S and the hearts, and I just don't understand. But thank you very much for the continuing support. 10 pound, 10 quid. Mucho gusto. And welcome to the show, by the way. Thank you. Philip Blair. Doxing is evil. Not in an ironic way, but evil. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, well said. Yeah. Welcome to the shows here. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. There you are. Jeanette, thanks again. Dave Bailey's here. YouTube channel. I guess. YT channel. Hi, I'm Corey Good, and you're listening to Goof on Radio. This is funny. I appreciate you listening in. I understand why YouTube, I know you're not YouTube, but if you are, it's interesting that you would show yourself. Samantha Morris, how are you doing? Tony, what's up? Paula Faust, howdy do? Moody Mongol, everybody. Samo, Goofonian, Rockstar. Samantha Morris, the cat, the actual cat. The boss is here. Easy E is here. Josie UK is here. How's everybody doing? Hey, Sean Cleveland Music. It's interesting today. Thanks for coming out. Lisa B's here. How you doing? How's the leg? Foghorn Leghorn. What's up, Chief? Andrew Fricker. Good to see you, man. Now there's a oh, that's okay. David Wilcox is here. How you doing, man? Brookes is here. What do you say? How do you be? All right. So, everybody's coming in. Appreciate you hanging out tonight. Jeff, what's up, man? Jeff XDWG07. Good to see you. Philip Blair throwing down a $5 super chat. And he says, Scambian uploaded a hate video ranting about my friend. On the morning of my friend's remains, were being cremated. No respect. I quit going to his channel. I'm sorry, man. Fuck. I wouldn't even do that. Like, even if he passed away, I would be sad. I don't want anybody to die. But to do that, no, he just doesn't care. That's a character. That's definitely a character flaw. And I'm sure he deals with it every day, don't you, sweetheart? Am I looking? There he is, right there. I see him. That's one bad haircut. So, Philip, thank you very much. I'm sorry that he did that, and I appreciate the $5 for the support. Mucho gusto, generoso. See? Yeah, there we go. That's what I wanted, a smile. All right. I appreciate that. Man, see that? I hate these stories, and there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. I'm not going to get into those. There's a lot of stories about him lying to people and using people. It's just one story after another. Every 10 days or so, somebody will send me something that he said about somebody, because I don't watch the show, and you guys know I don't. But today I did. I watched the clip. I watched what was sent to me to watch. I watched about 30 minutes. And it was just one excuse after the other. There's no excuse for doing what he did. Solar Marshall, see, because he knows he denied knowing that he didn't want his name out there. I think he did deny it, right? He says, I didn't know. How's I supposed to know? Your name's all over the internet. Doesn't give it's such a, and then he backpedals. Hold on. Oh, I thought that was what I needed. Hold on. I don't know why I am not finding what I... See, this is so weird. Oh, wow. Wow, this is going to be good the rest of the show after we talk about this for another couple minutes. I'm not going to spend much time on it. There's some really good stuff I want to talk about, but I did want to bring it up that the personality of somebody is being showcased live on stream, on YouTube, on the internet, live stream. I don't know what I'm saying. But I think over the last year or so, since last January 1st is when all the hate started because of the S4 debacle. And he's never recovered from it. He just can't eat his pride. His ego just won't let it go. And he's got so much hate. And somebody said something to me, I won't repeat their name, but they said he actually projects himself onto all of us. And it's definitely true. Now, I was thinking about how I was going to talk about this today. Do I just do it with backstories and show what an evil person this really is? Or do I just talk about it for 5 to 10 minutes and then just let it go? But I tell you what I'm going to do today. I'm not going to talk about it now. I already did. It's over. We mentioned it. He doxed Solar Marshall by saying his name and then started bashing him, calling him an asshole, calling him also paranoid, delusional. For no reason. Solar Marshall didn't do anything. Solar Marshall was his friend. Like acquaintance. I mean, they know each other. They know each other way better than I know either one of them. So they had a relationship, and Scambian is slowly showing everybody what he's all about. And Alien Addict is also. Now, the thing about Alien Addict he too also projects himself. A lot of these people project themselves outward and say it's us doing it. Alien Addict will say that he never did anything negatively to me for me to react the way I did. But everybody knows each show that I went on, there was potential for the drama. And he knew that going into it. But he always said, Rich, I promise you, I'm not setting you up. And I'm like, all right, yeah. And I said, but what's going to happen, Alien Addict, is you're going to be socializing with these people. And they're not my friends. They're your friends. And the fact that it's 7 or 8 of them and I'm me, you're going to have them on your show and it's going to backfire and I'm not going to forgive you. And that's where we're at. And, you know, I tried opening up to Alien Addict. As a matter of fact, he was in a severe depression. And I'm talking as bad as it gets. And I was the one. He credited me for getting him up, motivationally speaking, getting him up, talking to him, telling him he's worthy, you know, he needs to get out here, do the show, be somebody or somebody. And you know, and he came back and he was very grateful for that. But he seems to forget. He forgets. And I'm not keeping score. That's not what friends do. We don't keep score. But when I asked Alien Addict to come on my show and he said, yeah, after a dozen times of asking, I stopped asking. And then I had a question, what is this guy really doing with me? He doesn't want to come on my show. He comes up with every excuse not to be seen on my channel. But yet I can go on his channel, no problem. He always came up with the excuse, oh, it's because, you know, the time difference. Really? You went on Dark Hour Paranormal show before you didn't even come on my show. You never even came on my show, but you went on Dark Hour show, who I introduced him to. So why would he go on Michael's show and not on my show? And that was a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. Well, it all makes sense because the whole relationship was based on, I'm going to fake friend Rich and get as much dirt as I can on him. Now, I never told him anything that I can get in trouble for. I told you guys the same things I told him. I'm not stupid because I think every one of those guys is out to get me. Not everybody, but a lot of people are. And you can tell when people, he was good. Alien Addict's a good bullshitter. He's one of the best. Can't be trusted, but he's one of the best. And he had to be, because his home life was miserable. He had to make believe and lie that he was in a good mood and fake that he cared about what his parents said. That guy had a lot of problems. So he projects them out onto us. And I'm sure I'm projecting out on to ufology how I feel. But that's called emotion. What I do is more positive than negative, in my opinion. Calling out the liars, calling out Jeremy Corbell for making shit up, calling out anybody who's lying or making stuff up, and getting a lot of fame and or contract deals, TV shows, etc. for lies. That's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. But it's going to keep going on. It's never going to end. And we always have to be that voice that lets people know this is what's going on. I don't see that as a negative. I see that as being smart. I see that as not falling for the lie, not falling for the lie. Yeah. Hey, Don Mofo throwing down $2 super sticker. It's no joke today, folks. You can help support the show the same way. Super chat, super sticker, PayPal, Cash App. All the links are in the show description. They're on the homepage too, the About section. But you guys already know all that stuff in case you want to help support. That's how we survive. Thanks, Don Mofo. Another contributing super sticker. I don't know what I was going to say. Thank you. Appreciate it. And then, look, it's the purple lady. Purple lady. Got it. It is. It is. Oh, it was. You mean this? What a t-shirt. Unbelievable. Who would put that on their t-shirt? That's just wrong. Oh, I see what the S is. That's this. Oh, I thought it was on who was that? Jeanette's? Yeah, I thought it was on your super chat. The S is my stuff. Oh, I see. I'm so dumb. I couldn't tell because it was a yellow super chat. Thanks, Don Mofo, throwing down $2. Look, Purple Lady super chat. Mucho gusto, generoso. What I am going to be doing with super chats is if I'm in the middle of a conversation and I see them coming up or videos playing, I'm going to put them to the side. And when that segment is over, unless there's a question, I'm going to do them all at once in between segments instead of in between conversations or videos, okay? Yeah, I'm going to start that soon, today. As soon as I get done with these initial super chats. Philip Blair throwing down another $2. Tibetans believe there's great power in compassion. There is. But I also find that compassion may be misconstrued as someone fooling you, trying to fool you, like they're lying to you. Because, hey, calm down. Like, does that person really care? You going to be okay? Like, they could care less if I live or die. You okay? But why would they do it if they didn't care? I think we do have compassion, all of us, because I know 9/11, when that happened, everybody was nice. It was the best time I've ever seen in the history of the United States in my life. That year after 9/11, people were compassionate, holding doors, letting people in traffic, paying for people's meals. It was an amazing time. And then reality hit. People went back to their ways. People are people. And what we continually see from this one is a continual lie and disrespect for the people in this field and even the people that are casually in this field, to dox them and then try to say, no, come on, everybody knew your name anyway. What a POS. Thank you, Philip. You're right. There is compassion, power and compassion, but some people may see that. And see, that's what Scambian, third phase of moon, was very nice to him. And he thought he was being played by them. But they're just nice guys. And he thought that they were trying to pull one over on him. You want to know why? Because that's what he would do. And I tell a lot of people this. It's like the jealous boyfriend, right? He's always accusing his girlfriend of cheating or looking at another guy or texting behind their back or doing something. But meanwhile, he's the dirty motherfucker that's doing it. He just doesn't want to be made to look like the fool. So the defense tactic is to blame somebody else. And because you're doing it, you think she's doing it. So you might as well just assume it, because you're doing it, that everybody's doing it. That's this guy's way of thinking. It's a terrible way to live. Terrible way. Alien Addict's the same way. He thinks everybody lies. Third phase of moon made a video for them debunking their debunk, proving that they lied, and want to show that to him privately. So we didn't make them look bad in public, because it's going to make them look bad if that video ever comes out. I mean, I could put it out and be the biggest dick in the world, but I wouldn't do that to my friend's third phase of moon. But third phase of moon gave these guys the opportunity to look at evidence proving they were wrong, and then they could go on their shows and talk about it. But they didn't even want to look at it. They didn't even care. You know why? because they know they lied. He knows he lied. He knows he got caught. He and Alien Addict are one and the same. They're untrustworthy because they are the ones that are doing the dirty shit behind the scenes that you never hear or see about. Never hear about or see. Dyslexic, I can't help it. It's true dyslexia. Yeah, I don't just say it because I want people to feel sorry for me like Alien Addict. I don't like to read, mate, because of my dyslexia. Shut off. I don't like to read either, but you got to. Yeah. Go back, have another drink. I better stop. That's all I'm going to say about that tonight. They're like jealous boyfriends. They're the ones doing the dirty. And then they blame us for doing nothing wrong because they think we're doing what they're doing. Dude, I don't even think about you. I don't even, I'm only talking about you because it was brought to my attention. But really, you're not even in my life. You're not, you and Alien Addict. I mean, I've totally got them out. It's like I can't even get mad. I can't get worked up over it. It's because I'm so detached from them emotionally that now it's just like a story to me. You know, that's how it feels. I don't even know these people. They're like people I just talk about, you know? It's like Jeremy Corbell. I did speak to him, but not in person. But you know what I mean? It's kind of like that. Just talking about him. No emotional attachment anymore for me with them. I just think it's wrong what he did. And I think people need to know it. And be careful if you're going to go on these guys' shows, especially this one. Actually, both of them. Alien Addict show is just turned into the sewer of ufology. Now he's having hoaxers on all the time. Hoaxers, liars, quitters. Like he had Asshole Face on a couple of weeks ago. Biggest quitter of ufology. Couldn't handle the heat, you know, because it's a rather large guy. I mean, I have nothing against large people, but I mean, you've seen them. You've seen him. He can't handle the heat. He had to get out of the kitchen of ufology. He left. And now Fat Fuck Tony goes on Alien Addict show, which I can play clips from there because Alien Addict doesn't have it on where you can't take videos. He can't strike anybody if anybody uses his stuff. He's got it's called common use or something like that. So anybody can take his shit and use it. But I'm not going to because I cannot listen to a word FFT says without getting really angry. And right now I'm not in the mood. I'm not now. The reason is I didn't watch the show and I don't want to play it because that's all I'll talk about the rest of the night. And I just won't do that to you. So for Alien Addict to have on every one of the people that he and I specifically talked about never being friends with, never trusting. And then here he is with the same people he talked shit about to me for hours on end. I mean, I could pull up everything and just show you. The level of hate he has for Tyler and the fact that he's getting away with being the nice guy is one of the greatest scams I've seen. Tyler has no idea. Well, unless he watches this, now he knows. But it's always been a scam. Alien Addict is the biggest piece of shit in the UK right now. In America, it's Scambian and Darcy Queer. Yeah. Or Darcy Weirdo, whatever. And Richard Dickhead Dolan. We can't forget Richard Dickhead Dolan. The dick. The guy who does absolutely nothing in ufology. Richard Dolan does nothing in ufology. He just keeps talking about the same shit over and over again. We do too. We do too. All right. Thanks, Philip Blair. Appreciate it. Yeah, Solar Marshall, I think's here, but yeah, I didn't. He's got all the information. I did private message Steve first, he said, and he was way too far into calling me an a-hole. Yeah, I called him an a-hole, a POS, everything you can imagine. Then the other week, Steve had a call and show. His guests wanted him on his show first. And I did go on. People wanted to hear about Lazar, as I knew. Lear. I know Gene Huff. I know about Lazar. So the people on the show liked me. He also stated that we've been through this before. Yeah, that's why I call myself Solar Marshal rather than use my real name. And I have reasons alien scientist respects it. Yeah, alien scientist is pissed off, I think, as well. I think I heard that. Doesn't, you know, it's a small community. This is like, you know, some people don't like we talk about this stuff. But this guy is a real thorn in everyone's side in ufology. I'm talking everyone, not just us. So why not talk about it? Not bashing him. Just telling the truth. I never asked him to edit his video either. He only did that when he realized how terrible he was, calling me every name in the book. It was unreal. I wish I never watched his show. I know. You can't think that way. It's over with. He did a second show thrashing me for over an hour, man. That was totally it for me. And Jeff XDWGO7, thanks for your support, man. You know what's up. Stay tuned for 5-hour shows on this. Yeah. So I know going into it, this show tonight, posting, one bad haircut. That's why I wear a hat, man. I can't get a good haircut unless it's military style anymore. My hair, I got good hair. I just like wearing hats on the show. That's my signature now. I can't not. Plus, I think my forehead's a mile long. It might be a mile long. One of my own family members said, "My God, your forehead." And I go, "What? You've got the Giordano forehead. It's huge." And I'm like, why'd you say that to me? It's like in my whole life, I didn't know I had a big forehead until I took my hat off on this show. Look, I'm telling you, I'm not afraid to show you. I'll show you. I mean, that's a pretty big forehead. And I've got all my hair, maybe from a distance. I don't know. But not as bad as I said. All right. It's not that bad. It's huge. Shut up. Alien Girl. What a great show. Today, Ron Jeremy. That was great. Ron James. Not the porno guy, Ron Jeremy. That would have been great too. But Ron James, what a great guy, man. I really, no, and I meant what I said about him. He's one of the few good guys left that does what he does. And I was happy to see him. He looked good. The guy looks really good. I haven't seen him in a while, but I've heard a lot of good things about him. So maybe I'll ask him to come on in a couple weeks. Scambian equals energy vamp. Oh, that reminds me. 5-hour energy. I'm going to take half so it works for an hour because they only work 2 hours. Sometimes all you need is a little, All right, back. I enjoy S4 and Cosmic Great. No drama. No. The only thing about that, welcome to the show, is that I can't watch a show knowing that S4 literally tried getting away with 2 hoaxes in the last 6 months. That bothers me. And also, purchasing your own subscribers is also a sign of somebody with a huge insecurity problem. I don't know. I guess you don't think about it like I do. You're just there for the content, I guess. But I kind of look at the person. I would watch it if he didn't hoax it. I would probably watch too. but they're not real. He's totally faking everything he talks about. Everything about him is just unreal. So anyway, that's it. I mean, Solomar says, yes, I know what he did to Jiggy. That was awful. Oh my God. Forget what he did to Jiggy. I know. You saw a show with Richie and Steven. We got along fine for 6 months. Maybe even a little longer. Maybe like almost a year. You know? Also, I know Goofon when he was the UFO police in Arizona, the AZ UFO show. And I'm getting back out there. As a matter of fact, tomorrow, I don't know if I'll have a show on at the normal time or at all. But if I feel good, if I feel better, I'm going down. I'm going to Fort Lauderdale. If I wake up tomorrow at 6 a.m. or around that time and I feel fine, I'm going. That's that. I don't know if that'll happen. Oh, I'm starting to sweat now. That shit works quick. I don't know what this was context to. Goof on, make yourself a mocha from instant chocolate mix and instant coffee. Tastes better. Oh, that's a great idea. Dude, why didn't I think of that? All right, I will try it. I have to buy cocoa, of course. You know, me and Scambian, we did great shows together. Some of the most entertaining ones I've been a part of. Yeah, we've had some good times. They lost it all last year. They lost it all. It was strange. What happened was people were getting in his ear because Third Phase of Moon was asking him and alien scientists if they wanted to be a part of a documentary. And we were all going to put in our 2 to 5 minutes worth on video, recording ourselves and then sending it over to Third Phase, or we were going to edit it ourselves, then send it over to Third Phase to put together. And I guess he didn't want to do it. They both didn't come up with anything. And when asked, hey, are you still going to contribute to this thing? Nah, can't do it. Nah, I won't be able to. Well, thanks for letting us know at the last minute, you know. So they weren't going to, Steven SCAMbian wasn't going to do it to begin with. And I think alien scientists didn't know what he was going to do. Is maybe he was just going to do it if Scambian did it or vice versa. But they both felt weird being associated with Third Phase of Moon that way. And then out of nowhere, the next few days later, Scambian started this tirade on how the hoaxers are the worst. All they care about is this and that and that and that. And that. I mean, he's going back 10 years, lying about everything, lying about me, lying about Third Phase. You know the rest of the story. Anyway, that's it tonight on that. So just be careful. And thanks for pitching in, Solar Marshal, in the chat, letting people know the finer details of what happened. I appreciate you doing that. All right, let's move along. We've got, I don't know how much I can do left. I'm starting to feel weird. Hopefully it'll pass. All right, I'm going to play this. All right, come on now. Who's this guy? There it is. I just want you to hear some strangeness. This guy, Alex Collier. Isn't that who this is? Yeah, this guy makes the biggest claims ever.
Don't know this, but you have choices. When you leave your physical body, it is very typical for you to see yourself standing next to your body with either your loved ones or EMTs or whatever the circumstances are. And you see yourself, and then you'll hear a voice, you'll see the tunnel of light, and the voice will be calling you, or you will hear the voice.
Somebody just asked me, why are you so mean to Tony, to S4? Somebody just asked me in another chat. Why? Yeah, I'll tell you why. The guy hoaxed, got caught, wanted to talk to me in Third Phase of Moon, get advice. We gave him the advice. He did what he wanted anyway. Told everybody lies. It was an accident. You know, I didn't mean it to come out that way. Yeah, whatever. You lied. You got caught. And that's the one reason. The second reason, he did it again. He just did it a month ago. He got caught lying again and hoaxing, stealing another video from somebody and saying it was his. And the third reason is he told everybody I'm a heroin addict and a racist. So I'm supposed to be just happy and just let people say whatever they want without having any repercussions. I'm going to be a little upset and call him Fat Fuck Tony. See, what I tell you is the truth. And you're getting upset with me for telling you the truth when he's lying. And you still want to support that? What kind of thinking is that? That to me, that's not even, I don't even want you here. You know, it's like, if you can't figure it out that that guy's lied twice, been caught twice, and also he is fat, and he is a fat fuck, and his name is Tony. That's why I call him Fat Fuck Tony. Not body shaming him. He knows he's fat. He can do something about it. He won't, because he's a glutton. And that's what people do when they lie, cheat, and steal their whole life. They only live one way, for themselves. That's why he's out of shape, out of reality, out of touch. And that guy will never, ever be taken seriously in this field if I could help it. He buys, number 4, he buys subscribers. And he keeps adding them. He's trying to pass me. You really think that that show that only gets 254 views has 9,800 subscribers? You think he's got that many? He can't even get 20 people to a live show. So how is that even, how does he have 10,000 almost? He doesn't, because he's buying them at 100 clip a week. It's only pennies. It doesn't cost him anything. So obvious. He doesn't have a viral video. He doesn't do anything that's magical or new content. Everything he's doing is just ordinary. So ordinary brings ordinary. That's how I know. All right? You just got to look at the numbers. 200 views on a video, and you got almost 10,000 subscribers all of a sudden? Really? You're getting 300 subscribers a month when the rest of us are getting 20 to 30? Come on, man. Who do you think we are? Give me a break. Philip Blair for $2 says, is it bad to be addicted to female heroes? Nope. It's a good thing. Just maybe twice a day. That's it. Any more than that, then you got a problem. Some days you may have 3, but one in the morning, one before bed. That's my recommendation. Philip Blair throwing down $2 question. Very good one. And mucho gusto, generoso. All right, let me play this video from one of the biggest liars, I think, in this field, Collier. Ugh.
When you leave your physical body, it is very typical for you to see yourself standing next to your body with either your loved ones or EMTs or whatever the circumstances are. And you see yourself, and then you'll hear a voice, you'll see the tunnel of light, and the voice will be calling you, or you will hear the voice.
Fat fuck Tony! Tony, you're going the wrong way. It's the other way, down.
Now, as you stand there and you're looking at the
Scambian, you're going the wrong way. Heaven isn't for you. Take the elevator down
where you'll be with other loved
and hit the letter B for basement.
Usually, all right? and you'll be put into a system where you are essentially caught in a reincarnational cycle, a loop. Or you can turn around, put the tunnel of light behind you, and what you will see is the entire universe.
Yeah.
If you choose to go to the universe instead of the tunnel of light, whatever dimension you came from when you came down here to Earth, okay, we'll keep it all present time and place. Earth, whether it was 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th density, whatever it was, if you choose the universe and you say to yourself, I wish to go home, you will return to that dimension from which you came. So if it's 5, 6, 7, or 8, you will leave here and you will go back to that dimension, where I am told you'll be reunited with your soul. Because we're multidimensional, we're in many places at once.
You know, I actually enjoyed that. That wasn't the normal Alex Collier, is that his name? I believe it or not, I kind of subscribed to what he was saying. How we're in a reincarnational cycle of some sort. Like you get to choose. It's like Total Recall. You get to choose where you want to go, who you want your parents to be, what you want to be on Earth when you're a human, right? You get to choose whether you want to be a dick, you want to be a nice guy, you want to be a rich guy, a poor guy, a sick guy, you can pick all different things, I'm assuming, right? Right? And then our soul, the soul, gets thrown into the body, and we live here, experience everything, and all of our thoughts and everything that we experience goes into a collective, one powerful source of energy, maybe, that it's all seeing and the all knowing. And it's like AI. It just makes things better, or figures out how to make, you know what I mean? I'm assuming it's something like that, but they're aliens. And I'm assuming heaven and earth and everything, well, I got a sad story to tell you. Did you ever hear about Jimmy Carter when he was told the truth about what the aliens are here, what they're here for, and why they're here, and that religion is made up? It's not even real. It's just to keep people in control. And when he found out all of these realizations that we are nothing and mean nothing, he broke down and sobbed. And apparently this really happened. And he was never the same since. I mean, to just have your whole religious belief shattered and the meaning of your life shattered in an instant can make anybody sob. But if I was Jimmy Carter, I would have said with my peanut teeth, do you got any proof of this? Oh, that sounded like Clinton. Do you got any proof of this? I want to see some proof. You're telling me some things here that, man, I'm about to shit out a peanut. You tell me right now, where can I find out? Oh, no, sir. It's the truth. That's why we can't show you anything, because you're not supposed to know. Something like that. But what a story. Jan Drabitka sent $7.77 through PayPal. Jan is a continuing supporter of GoofOn in a very mucho gusto kind of way. Thank you very much for the PayPal. And $5 from Marvin the Marvelous. I hope you're still here. Sorry. Yep, Marvelous Marvin sent $5 through PayPal. That's a huge mucho gusto generoso through PayPal of all places. Thank you very much. I can't thank you enough for that. Mucho gusto generoso. Billy Beer was worse than Bud Light. I remember Billy. Wait. Billy Ball. Billy Beer? UFO orbs are real. The cover-up sucks. Religion keeps the... Yeah, nice. Yeah, he went nuts. He did. I'm going to show you guys some. Look, watch this. Look at how much I'm sweating. I'm soaked. I'm like dripping wet. I don't know what happened to the air conditioner, but it's humid. It rained today and it wasn't supposed to, and it's moody outside. It's supposed to get a lot of mood the next week, so I'm excited about that. But damn, I'm not used to this humidity. It just came out of nowhere. Jimmy Carter, he went nuts. All right, I've got more stuff, lots of stuff, so don't go anywhere. Let me check on Into Thin Air and see if there's anything going on over there. I2TA, anything new today? Nothing. All right. Well, when things come out, we'll keep you updated during the week. All right. So, Jamie K is responding to a Stephen Greenstreet tweet here. It says, my response to Thomas Winterton, who is Dragon on Skinwalker Cash. Well, Jamie K tweeted this. If there's nothing, then there's no need to talk about Skinwalker anymore. Boring. Except you are getting clicks on your show for talking about his show. And that's all you're interested in, Stephen Greenstreet, this person says. What you are doing is horrible. You are the lowest, in my opinion. Brandon was kind to you and you act like this? Stephen Greenstreet had Brandon Fugal on his show, and all he did was question the evidence. And this guy says it was the most horrible thing. You should be ashamed of yourself. How do you act like this? Well, he says in response, I was invited by Brandon Fugal to stay at the ranch for 24 hours. Fugal had cameras around the ranch for 7 years. So I asked to be shown the best evidence of the paranormal captured in those 7 years. I was shown 3 videos of blurry bugs. I gave him a second chance. Fugal later admitted that you guys were not prepared for my visit and that the videos I was shown was not the best evidence. As such, I gave Fugal a second chance. I asked him and Eric Bard to send me the top 5 best evidence with supporting raw data. Fugal told me that he and Eric would do this. After months, he still hadn't seen anything. So I gave him a hard deadline of February 10th. Fugal missed the deadline anyway, but I still allowed him to send me what he had on February the 14th, 4 days later. He sent me written descriptions of spooky things, words, and included 6 clips from the History Channel show. That's it? That's all. That is, without a doubt, Fugal's on-record statement of the best evidence at Skinwalker Ranch. Words and reality TV show clips are not raw data. It's not evidence. It's not proof. It's nothing, says Stephen Greenstreet. It's a whole lot of nothing. And that is the real secret of Skinwalker Ranch. Wow. Wow. and you had Brandon Fugal on your show and this is how you treat him. Hey, Brandon Fugal is a disrespectful businessman. He's a prick. He's a multi-millionaire who lives in a bubble that none of us would ever know. He thinks he's untouchable, unfallible, and quite frankly, he's all of the above with check mark and exclamation points. And you know how I feel about those. But there it is. I love it. Love it. And Thomas Winterton replied to all that, Dragon, and he says, if only all of our critics were as credible as you. Mister, I've spent a few hours on the ranch, and now I'm the ultimate authority. He's making fun of Stephen Greenstreet staying there for 24 hours. The thing is, Dragon, or should I say Dragoon or Buffoon, you wouldn't know paranormal if it came up and bit you in the hemisphere. You understand? He wouldn't know. And the fact that your boss, Brandon Zeig Fugal, can't come up with 3 clips of raw data proves to the world that Skinwalker Ranch and you, Dragon, are absolute fraud sickles. How do you feel about that? You fraud, you. Unbelievable. Check this out.
Find Skinwalker Ranch in legal. Brandon Fugal claims Skinwalker Ranch is the biggest scientific endeavor of our time.
Little old me, Brandon Fugal, in the commercial real estate sector, is running arguably the most aggressive science discovery program.
But when it came time to define Skinwalker Ranch in legal documents, the word science was nowhere to be found. Fugal trademarked Skinwalker Ranch as a place of entertainment for the purpose of producing multimedia, movies, and TV shows. A location for entertainment, motion picture, television exploitation. Sure. The word science doesn't appear.
Oh.
Why?
My initial efforts to trademark Skinwalker and Skinwalker Ranch was to control the integrity and to preserve the integrity of what we're doing.
Fugal says he...
What? To control the integrity by leaving the word science out of the description of what Skinwalker is about? What you're doing? Does that make sense to anybody? No. If it doesn't make sense, it's not true. He just made it up on the spot. What a freaking loser.
Trademark Skinwalker for purposes of entertainment.
You see, that's the thing. Fugal is so used to succeeding, right? Because he is successful. He wins. He's a dirty businessman, I'm sure of it. I just got a feeling he's a dirty, shrewd businessman. I could say a lot more, but I'm not. About his belief system, if you know what I'm going at. But the fact that he can't produce 3 clips raw data proves to me that he is supporting a lie. And anybody that supports a lie and can't produce any evidence when asked doesn't deserve the respect of a properly spoken word. You will get the shit that comes out of my mouth, because that's how I feel. That's what you're doing to Skinwalker Ranch. You're making a mockery of the paranormal. You are doing everything in this field ass backwards. Oh, no. They got everything they need. They got all the cameras. They got the right people. They got degrees. Everybody knows everything except for one effing thing. None of these people are in tune with the paranormal. None of these people have years of understanding what they're looking at. None of these people have years of making mistakes. None of these people have years of data that can't be proven, but yet it's still there. People like me have all that. See, that's one thing Skinwalker Ranch is missing. And you know why? Because a person like me would make that show horrible. because they would never find anything legit. That's why they don't have somebody like me there. And I'm not saying me. I'm saying like me. Somebody that knows what the fuck they're doing. These guys don't know shit. They don't know shit. They may know some things now, right? Because of all the mistakes they've made. But they don't know shit still.
Others from using the Skinwalker name on various books, movies, and websites, which is something that's happened many times in the past.
I don't know that you can trademark scientific research.
But you could trademark a scientific company. You could trademark a scientific endeavor,
yeah, but
a scientific
you don't
team,
trademark
a scientific brand.
Oh, well, I don't think Apple or SpaceX has filed a trademark for, I may be wrong.
Yeah, I'd be surprised to learn that SpaceX, as a brand, trademarked themselves as a entertainment, television, motion picture exploitation group.
Oh! You just got hood smacked, Fugal. Fugal's getting his ass handed to him.
Mark for SpaceX says its goods and services are aerospace.
Right. Doesn't say anything about entertainment. That's such a funny thing.
Namely, launch vehicles and rockets. Another SpaceX document states, in part, that its primary class is scientific and technological services and research.
At what point, Brandon, does Skinwalker Ranch rise above being a book for sale on Amazon or being a reality show on History Channel?
It already has. Game over, Stephen Greenstreet. Yeah. Skinwalker Ranch has transcended books, media. We've proven that there is a legitimate scientific investigation and discovery.
Fugal may claim to have...
We did this last night. I'm not going to do it all over again. But we've proven that there's a scientific investigation going on. That's all he said. We haven't proven anything other than there's a scientific investigation going on. That's too funny. All right, let's show you some UFOs. So this person thinks they captured something. Let's take a look from Curious Creatures on Twitter. At 8:49 p.m., this huge orb is hanging out above my neighbor's house right now. Video and photos taken by my mom. Oh, you know what time that is? That's Venus. That's what it is. It's probably Venus. You know, because it rises in the west, doesn't it? In the east, I mean. It's going down. No, wait. The sun sets, it rises in the east, sets in the west. So it's setting in the west. Okay, it's setting. It's setting. And that's about the same time I see it. Is that moving? No, it's exactly next to this star, which is the same star we see next to Jupiter or Venus, whatever the hell it is. I think it's Venus. Is it Venus? It hasn't moved. Yeah, it's a planet. Oh, it's moving up a little. So maybe elliptical. Yeah, that's elliptical. That's a star. I don't know. I really don't know. You know, it's a dot. See why I don't like dots? You can't tell. You just can't tell. They're frustrating. So Mick West is getting a lot of shit because Mick West says, why doesn't Arrow ask me to help them with their research, and people are ripping him apart? He says, it sometimes seems like the biggest UFO Twitter argument nowadays that UFO represents ETs is that I, Mick West, am not, thus far, published in academic journals. And he's saying that, he says, sorry, I was just poking fun at the handful of UFO people who seem obsessed with this peer review thing, because Mick West doesn't have any peer-reviewed UFO debunking evidence. So they're giving him shit about it. It's really silly. Leave the guy alone. The guy tries to help, and that's the thanks he gets. There's an article out there I saw from Alien Scientists posted. Why all government UFO studies are shams and where the real investigation is done. Maybe we'll talk about that tomorrow. Just don't have the energy for that tonight. Check this out. I don't know what this is, but I'm going to show you. For some government officials, Lou Elizondo is a well-known name. He might even have briefed some of you on the UAP issue. If not, I recommend you contact him. Aren't you curious? And she posts this. While working for 7 years on ATIP, he saw hard evidence that entities unknown to the Pentagon are using technology the U.S. cannot match or reproduce. Yeah, it's called drones from China. End of story. Thank you very much. Thanks, Lou. You're a joke. You're a joke to your family. You're a joke to ufology. That's why you were thrown in the office of ATIP. Because you are an asshole. And you got demoted to go work in a UFO office. A place where you can't hurt anyone. What did you do, Lou? I want to know what Lou did to get that job. Why was he thrown in that office? I want to know. I want to know. Why did they choose Lou? Nobody ever said it. Nobody. All these years I've been asking, why did they choose Lou? I don't want to hear because he's intelligence guy. I don't want to hear that. That's part of it. But I want to know why this guy. Because if I was vetting somebody to be the guy to talk for the government, it wouldn't be Lou Elizondo. In no way, shape, or form would I ever choose Lou Elizondo. Number one, he looks like a bully. And in this field, we have enough people acting like that. Thank you very much. I'm not a bully. I am very passionate. There's a difference. Lou did things out of hate and out of anger. I do things for the greater good. It's a big difference. And I expect you guys would know that. But it's a joke. It's a joke. He's a joke. He got that job. I believe he got in there because they said, where can we put this guy? We don't want to give him a, what do they call that? When they let people go, a dishonorable discharge. So instead of giving Lou a dishonorable discharge, because we'll never get inside of his jacket. We'll never get to see what's in there. You know, his files. So those are sealed, I bet. For eyes only. But Lou didn't get that job by accident. Lou was probably going to get a dishonorable discharge. All you have to do is look at Lou over the last couple of years after he left TTSA and he went rogue. He has a temper. He makes threats. And he's a bully. And he's a manipulator. And he had many personalities on Twitter, which I believe are really him. I believe he is Richard Butt. I do. Some people say that's impossible. I say, no, I don't think so. And I don't care if I'm wrong. Nobody's going to prove me wrong. But I want to know why Lou Elizondo got that job. There's something here that says Fugal's a liar. Why do I have this? Hold on. Let me see what I have here on this. Nothing. I don't understand why I have this. Yeah, I don't know. It's really weird. I'm trying to figure out why I have Elizondo or yeah, that's bizarre. Hold on, I'm going to look at some things real quick here in my things to do. for tonight. Chris Spitzer is posting a fraud. Fake. Here's another Green Street. Fugal is a liar. Is this the one? Oh, you got to see this. Check this out. So you remember when Lou Elizondo said he is going to run for Congress? Unbelievable. It's true. He's doing it. And I tell you what. Listen to me. When I'm in Washington, I'm going to be seen because I'm without third phase of moon around because they don't want to be around when I do this. I'll be by myself, probably. But I want to get signs, magic markers, and hold them up. Lou Elizondo cannot win Congress. Can make sure he does not get a seat. He lies about UFOs. I want to have those signs out there. Ask me about UFOs and aliens. I know the truth. I'm going to have that sign up. I may even think of they have a lot of open areas, right? Public places. And I think I'm going to look into setting up like they do on Crowder Show, where they go out to campuses, but I won't be doing that. I'll be doing it in public where if people want to sit down with me and have a discussion about UFOs and aliens, and then I'll have a sign that says UFOs and aliens are a lie. Tell me I'm wrong. Or aliens and UFOs are here. Tell me I'm wrong. Something like that. We're going to do some gimmick like that. But this, I am going to be seen in Washington. I may not do it, but I may do it. 50-50 right now. I will hold up signs and people will record me driving by. Elizondo cannot win Congress. He is a liar. I will do that. I will do whatever I can while I'm there in Washington to make sure people see that. I want it to be on the internet forever. It must go viral. Elizondo cannot be in Congress. There's no way. He's too connected. He's part of the problem. There's no way. No way. He cannot do it. He won't win. So UFO Jesus is hilarious to me. The hypocrisy that comes out of this guy, it's amazing. He says, when you're mistreated, this guy, try not to feel bad. Easier said than done, I know. They have undoubtedly wronged you, but you don't have to add to the injustice through your own thoughts. Be kind to yourself. Now he's given a relationship advice on how to better yourself, relationship with yourself. So we have a new award that it's called the new Dickhead Award. And the Dickhead Award came to me because of this.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. God have mercy on your soul.
And our first...
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. God have mercy on your soul.
The first Dickhead Award goes to... Hold on. I've got it right here. Let me see who it is. The first Dickhead Award goes to Truthseekers' very own Steven SCAMbian. Unbelievable. He did it. He's got the best. What is this? Do we have a song we can play? All right, he did it. Steven SCAMbian. The first Dickhead Award recipient. Congratulations, 2024 Dickhead of the Year, SCAMbian. Nah. Congratulations to Truthseekers' very own Steven SCAMbian. The first Dickhead Award goes to you. Yeah, it was close. You know who came in second? Darcy Weir. Yeah, that was amazing. Maybe he'll get it next week. But that's the Dickhead Award for this week. Congratulations. You really are a born loser. Oh, no, he won that. Yeah, you earned that. You earned it. You earned it. Good for you. All right, kids. Let's keep the show moving along. Calm down, calm down, calm down. What do we got here? Oh, check this out. Military's encounter with... Oh, you gotta see this. This is weird. With the massive ancient sea creature. I don't know if this... I knew a girl who sounded like that.
In this video, the military has spotted something so scary that you have to see this for
Look
yourself.
at the size of that thing. It's unbelievable. It's real. Look at it. Look at the helicopters. That thing's massive. Yeah. It's an ancient sea creature, they call it. A sea creature. Pretty wild, huh? Wow. Scary. Pretty scary. I don't know if that's real. I would say it's probably not real, but it was fun to watch. Hey, whatever gets your imagination going, you know? Nothing wrong with that. All right, an Irish priest ruins Olympics. Have you seen this? Oh, that's not for this show. Sorry, wrong video. Wrong video. Hold on. That was the wrong video. Here we go. What is this? Clinically dead man shown creation blueprint and the quantum world. You have never heard a story like this in your entire life. For the next 3 minutes, this is going to blow you away. I've never heard anything like this. This is supposed to be a true story. That's why I'm playing it for you here right on Goof On tonight. We try not to play the fakes, and if we do, we'll tell you about it. Here we go.
There's something else to show you. And instantly, I'm in this other place that looks like a blueprint If any of your listeners or you have seen a blueprint with a building drawn on it, that's exactly what it looked like. It was like I was seeing material reality, but it wasn't real anymore. And I was seeing the structure behind it, the energetic structure that formulated or gave the instruction.
The
Doesn't
code,
matter, yeah.
the code behind the matrix.
Yeah. And so I'm seeing this, and they begin with me in like a wagon wheel. It's like the center of a wagon wheel is all I can describe, or medicine wheel. And in the center, I'm like seeing this, and I'm in it. So in the center, they're showing me your pure love as you come down into this body. And as you go through your life, you're spending your energy to experience reality on an emotional level. You're exchanging energies with people, places, and things. And these are contained and kind of imprinted or placed in this field.
Right.
And then this is what helps give you the exchange through your energy centers. And they're showing me a little bit. And they're showing me like a movie screen. And it had all these memories, like all around, almost like you're looking at a bunch of TVs, except it was all around me. And then they're explaining to me this extension, this spoke of the wheel, is your agreement to co-create a reality you're going to live through in your nervous system. That's going to be your reality. You're going to create it and live it through for whatever it is. But they were keen to speak on the power as a creator, and for us to be aware of our connection and how powerful we are, and that everything is created through the heart.
Did you hear, why did he say it like this? Why the question mark?
Connection and how powerful we are. Connection and how powerful we are.
I don't understand why people do that. They put the upper influx of that as a question, but he didn't continue on. And it's just weird. It's almost like I don't want to believe him now because of that.
Aware of our connection and how powerful we are, and that everything is created through the heart. And what you contain in the heart is what's going to create your...
But let me tell you something. While we got 1 minute left in this, 50 seconds, he seems like he's telling the truth. He believes this happened.
World and your reality. They spoke about... I don't know, should I touch on energy harvesting?
Yeah, please.
Ascension. They spoke about a time period on the planet where humanity is going to need to evolve its spirit to survive, expand into more of a divine, higher self-consciousness that breeds more compassion, unity, and oneness, rather than separation, war, and suffering. They said they would be back for that. And I'm like, as I'm watching these memories, as I gained access to them and feeling them, I'm like, yeah, I wasn't convinced. And then sure enough, they came back.
He believes it. In my opinion, he believes it. Oh, wait, here's another another part of it. Let's see. Oh, it's not a video. It's just it was posted. It's gone now. Now that, I love near-death experience stories. His was different, though. Seeing what looked like a blueprint world, which reminds me of what movie? Who made those movies? Warren Miller? No, that's the ski guy, isn't it? Something like that. Somebody with the last name Miller. He makes those cool movies with like the superheroes, and they're all done in like 1930s cartoon style. Stephen Miller's Dark Watchmen or something like that. Can't remember the name of it. I want to show you something that's going to blow you away. The OGs, you know what an OG is, right? Original gangsta. Do you know who the OGs were of roller skating? I know what you're thinking. This is the first roller skates. And watch how weird this is. Oh no, can't play the song. Thank God I only got those two. Here we go. Remember how they had those, the music back in the 30s was like that? Welcome to UFOlogy. This is Goof On. Every now and then, we just lose our mind. Those were the OGs of roller skating. Who knew? Who knew? Who knew? Who knew? I was real high when I saw that, so I was like, everybody's going to love this. I was like, people are going to love this one. I guess I'm always high all the time. Got a lot of mo. I got a lot. Oh. Watch this. Oh, yeah. Richard Doty. Escaped alien. You know, why do people still want to talk to Richard Dirty Doty? Why? Why do they want to talk to him? Well, the only people that will talk to Dirty Doty are the people who are like Dirty Doty. And this guy is definitely like Dirty Doty. What is this guy's name? Emery Smith and Wesson Oil Salesman. That's what it is. Emery Smith and Wesson Oil Salesman. God, I can't stand just the looking at him. He looks like he's lying even when he's not saying a word. Right? He looks like he's lying and he's not even moving. That is a very well-known liar right there. Let's listen.
What do you mean escape?
Well, there at Fort Belvoir, Virginia, we went ahead and we had one ET that we recovered.
Oh, I thought this was Richard Doty.
Craft or something.
Is that Richard? No, that's not Richard Doty.
They guarded it. They tried to talk to it.
This is the other guy who believes a lot of stupid shit. How come I put this was Doty?
Couldn't talk to it.
What kind of extraterrestrial?
Once again, this was one of the grades, but it'd be what we call type
Oliver
3
Stone. No, what's his name? Yeah, this guy's a bullshitter too. Yeah, that's right. A Stone. What is his name?
It was a taller one, about 4 foot tall.
What's a type 1 and 2?
Type 1 is roughly 3
Oliver Stone,
foot
right?
tall, a very dark gray. Type 2, about the same size, looking very similar to the type 1.
Yeah, a little bit,
only
Glenn.
it's a lighter gray. Their technological level of knowledge, I don't know. Is there a difference? Yes, there is.
Hey, Dorothy.
Are they sentient beings? Are they conscious? Or is it a programmed life form? Is there cybernetic, is there circuitry with organic tissue? Or is it just like a human being?
No, these entities are 100% biological entities. I'm going to say, okay, they're born of a mom and dad. They're brought up by in a family. They're just like us. Now, with that being said, I need to point out at this time also that there are certain, and we'd call it artificial intelligence, only the artificial intelligence that we're referring to that sometimes appears and looks like an intelligent life when it is. I don't know how to really put this in the term, but the intelligence that are, and this is old technology for them, because initially this mechanical biological intelligence that was actually initially sent here before man was even here to seek out other life in the universes and even in other dimensions, they have a conscience.
Okay, Jim.
They have a realization of their existence. They have a realization
Clifford Stone.
that at some point that existence is going to end. That artificial intelligence that is so lifelike that it has all the emotions of an sentient being.
So tell me about the escape. I mean, exactly what happened there?
Well, when they took me there, I went ahead and they couldn't communicate, but that was the choice of the entity.
Of course.
And
it wasn't his choice that he couldn't understand some squeaks and squalls. Yeah, he automatically knew what they were going to say, but they didn't want to, they just didn't want to.
Get through this real quick because I get emotional about it.
Nah, you want to go through it real quick because you don't want anybody to get emotional about it and start asking questions. That's why Mr. Stone lies like a stone. Get it? See what I did there? That's genius.
When I went there, they told me, okay, and this is once again the guy I always called the Colonel. He says, we have one of the beings back here and no one can get him to talk or understand what's going on. And that's why we need you here. Fort Bell.
You need to show this alien your penis. The alien looked at all of our penises and said, nope, we want to see this guy's here. They want to see your penis. Why? The aliens just, they won't talk. They keep pointing at our junk. And then we show it to them. They laugh. They say, no. Like, denying the shot. They do this. Matumbo. No, man, keep that shit out of here. So you got to show him your penis. So he goes in there. He drops it. The alien passes out. And they're like, you idiot, nobody else pulled their pants down. We got you. We lied to you, but you killed the alien. What do you got? What's that smell? And everybody dies. Clifford Stone. He might as well have me tell the story because I can tell it better than him and sound more realistic than this guy. I just can't. I did a whole show on Clifford Stone's ridiculousness one year, and he gets me angry just looking at him. He really does. That's how much I can't stand this guy. But let's finish it off.
Delaware, Virginia has an Air Force unit there who is directly responsible for all the activities dealing with real UFO, real interplanetary craft events. And they report directly back to the Air Force's Office of Scientific Intelligence, who reports directly back to the CIA's Office of Scientific Intelligence.
Wait. So Oliver Stone, he's a whistleblower, yeah? Right? There was a couple of these guys that were around his age that came out in the 90s. One of them was oh my God. Gary Dean, Odine, something that his name is Odine. Dean, he had the beard. He was also like a Clifford Stone. And his stories, Robert Dean. I actually interviewed Robert Dean in his home. It was pretty cool. But that guy's full of shit too. These guys are just telling us fairy tale stories. And I was going to say something about why, and then I forgot. Oh, I know what I was going to say. So these guys like Robert Dean, this guy, and many others have come out over the years. Bob Lazar, to name another. If you want to go that route, let's go that route. And many others. And they whistle blew. And none of them got killed. So why aren't we having more whistleblowers? With the Whistleblower Act, they should feel okay. They should feel fine. Their family. I only want the people to whistleblow if they feel comfortable, number one. Number two, if they don't feel comfortable, but they feel it's right to do, it's the right thing to do, but they don't feel comfortable, I say do it anyway. Worry about your feelings tomorrow. Get the message out. It's about the greater good. It's not about you. Put you aside. Now, the third option, these whistleblowers, some of them want to come out, but they never spoke to a soul about anything, not even their spouse. So can you imagine being a whistleblower? My God, I'm 70 years old. I've been retired for 15 years. I never told anybody anything. I just can't come out and tell my wife and family and the world that I saw aliens. I mean, I don't even discuss this with my wife. I've never discussed it with my wife. We laugh at it, but deep down inside, I know they're here. I want to tell the world what I know. But I can't. I signed an NDA, and it said, if I tell anybody anywhere in the world publicly before my death, my family would be obliterated. It said it in black and white. I signed on the dotted line. I had no choice, really. If I didn't do it, I felt like they were going to off me. So I signed on the dotted line. I mean, you really have no choice. When they ask you to do it, you do it. That's what they do. Because if you don't do it, then you're not a team player. And I'm a team player. Well, that's what I said. But I didn't know they were going to ask me to do this. They want me to talk about UFOs now? Oh, not talk about. I thought they wanted me to talk. No. Oh, I can't talk about it? Oh, this is more difficult than I thought. What did I just sign? That I can't talk about my whole life. Can I talk? Not even my wife? Nobody, huh? And they do it, and they go 50 years, they don't tell a soul. Now they're 70, 75, 80. And they're like, I feel it's time. My wife passed. My kids can take care of themselves. There ain't nothing left for me to hide. I might tell somebody something. Who's going to believe me, though? Yeah, let me call Goofon. Let me see what Goofon's doing. Can you imagine if that thought ever happens? Can you imagine? Oh, Goofon. Right, what is it, Moofon or Goofon? Heads G, tails M. And the guy flips a coin, not know if it's Moofon or Goofon. He knows he's seen Goofon, but he doesn't know what it means. And Moofon he knows, but he thinks they're both related. He gets and lands on the G. Heads, Moofon, tails, Goofon. It was tails. He sends me an email. I get the email. I get the whistleblower. Who's going to hear him? You know what I mean? Fall on just a few hundred, maybe 1,000 ears. I would have to say, do you want to talk to a wider audience? I'm talking at least thousands to thousands, like thousands. Or do you want to just talk to tens of 100? You know what I mean? Third phase of moon. These guys have been doing this. Bada, bada, boom. Send it over to them. They record the guy. Everything looks like magic of popping fresh dough. That's how we do it. That's why we collaborate. And you know what? You never know when you're going to need somebody in this field. You never know when you're going to have to pass off the information to get to the many voices, the many ears, the many people out there. I want that whistleblower near death to get his voice to as many ears as possible. And there's only one way that I know I can do that. It's third phase of moon. Yeah, I could call other channels, but people would share that. It would probably get 50,000 to start instead of 1,000. So that's what I mean. Like, if there was somebody I needed debunked and I didn't want to look into it, you know, who do I hand it to? You would hand it to somebody like a Scambian, but not anymore. I wouldn't do it anymore because he makes up a lot of shit. So you can't trust him anymore. You just can't. So who do you send it to do the research? Well, there's a lot of good people online. Charlie Weiser is one of them. Charlie never gets back to me, won't even acknowledge me. Scambian's friend, that's why. Can't do it. Can't do it. They can't acknowledge me. It's so funny. Twitter. All right, watch this. Hold on. I forgot about this. I think this is the other version. The other Brandon Fugal. This is him. Oh, yeah, this is the Brandon Fugal lie. Brandon Fugal got, this is how guys, I tell you, I'm patting myself on the back right now, even though I can't do it. I'm doing it. Can I call them out for what these people really are, or can I call them out for what they really are? In 2004, future Skinwalker Ranch owner Brandon Fugal founded the AHRF, a group of Mormons that sought out religious relics and giant mummies. Very cool. Fugal denied his involvement with AHRF after 2005, but documented evidence contradicts that. Unbelievable. Why? Why would he deny it? That's cool. It's weird, isn't it? Let's see what he says. 2 minutes, 22 seconds. Gotta love Stephen Greenstreet for his research, man.
Skinwalker Ranch was not the first time Brandon Fugal invested his money into paranormal/religious investigations. In 2004, he founded the Ancient Historical Research Foundation, or AHRF, a group of Mormons who went on Indiana Jones-type quests in North and South America, looking for physical evidence of the religious stories in the Bible and Joseph Smith's Book of Mormon. The Book of Mormon claims Native Americans are actually ancient Israelites who sailed to America and that God cursed them with darker skin for their wickedness. In educational images used by the Mormon Church, the faithful followers of Christ are shown with lighter skin, and the wicked, evil dissenters are shown with darker skin. The AHRF sought out physical evidence of these ancient Book of Mormon civilizations. In presentations at Mormon-owned Brigham Young University, the Foundation presented a hunt for religious stones, ancient treasure, and the skeletal remains of biblical giant mummies. Giant mummies. A list of their projects showed they were not only seeking evidence to prove the Book of Mormon true, but were also looking for evidence of Bigfoot and UFOs.
Wow.
Fugal says he left the AHRF in 2005, just 1 year after founding it. But the organization's website listed him as director as recently as 2020.
Oops.
Fugal says this error is due to the AHRF website not being updated.
Right.
The person in charge of updating the website had been sick and eventually died. Fugal's biography on...
Wait. What were they, sick for a decade?
A 2017 SEC document lists him as a current board member of AHRF that year. And his own biography on the website of his current company, Colliers International, listed him as being involved with AHRF as recent.
But you know why people do that, though, right? Even though he probably did get out in 2005, a year after, it still looks cool to have Brandon Fugal on the, what do they call that? Poster, whatever, right? I mean, that's all it is. They didn't want to remove him for two reasons. Because of what I just said, because it shows community, involvement. It shows Brandon Fugal's a successful guy, part of the community, Mormon community, et cetera, et cetera. And reason number two, or he really did quit and they've just been sick for 15 years and couldn't update the website. I don't know. Maybe he was involved, but let's see what Greenstreet finishes.
Recently as 2022. Regarding this factual contradiction, Fugal says, I contributed nothing to AHRF after 2005.
Wow. I believe Brandon. I don't know why I do, but I believe him. I believe he wouldn't. Why wouldn't he say he's part of it? Because it has to do with giant mummies, Bigfoot and such? And then he gets Skinwalker Ranch? Yeah, that doesn't make sense. I think he really left to do Skinwalker Ranch. So people just left his name on the docket. It's not a docket. They left him up on the website. It's interesting. I'd be pissed if I were him. Right? It's false advertisement. I can't believe I did a show this long tonight. I had no idea I had it in me. And we're going to end it right now. it was interesting. So let me tell you something. Please, please, please enjoy the rest of your weekend. And let's make some bets. Who bets that he does at least 2 hours, minimum 2 hours on Goof-On? What the hell? Hold on. You heard him coming in. It's not that. Uh-oh. Oh my God. Oh, tomorrow. Shit. Michael from Dark Hour Paranormal, Michael Roser, sent me some stuff from the Yucatan, some pictures and videos. I'll show you tomorrow. Let me see. What is this? Here to the promoter for... Oh, thank you, Alien Girl. Okay, good. Well, very nice of you. Yeah, thank you very much for hanging out tonight. And like I said, buyer beware. He's backtracking. He and Alien Addict are on the shit list forever. They'll never get off of it. And right now, it just shows you when Scambian does a show, there's only 40 people there now. He used to get over 100. 80, 90, 100. But he ruined everything. He ruined, at least Fessler and I made up. Right? I don't have anything bad to say about him. I never really gave him that much hate. I thought it was always Heatherly and those guys. But anyway, it's a shame that he has now jumped off the deep end and has attacked his own friends. It's weird. Can't blame it on alcohol. Can't blame it on 420. You can't. You're an adult. You're a 40-something-year-old male. And it's hard to tell with the haircut. I don't know. It could be a lesbian. I don't know. It could be transitioning for all I know. I don't know. I'm afraid to say anything. So as far as I know, he paid for that haircut. We'll be back tomorrow. Maybe 50-50 chance. I don't know. I may need a day off. I think I might go to Fort Lauderdale tomorrow or Miami. If I don't, see, there's supposed to be chance for thunderstorms, I think. So let me double check. I really want to. And I worked on my drone another hour today. Still can't get it. If anybody knows how to get the controller to talk to my phone. See, I'm ready just to go get an iPhone because I think it's the phone, but I switched to another phone and it still wouldn't connect. Anyway, I want my drone with me when I go. That's the thing. That's the thing. And that's the truth. So we'll be back maybe tomorrow. Just keep an eye open. And guys, have a great rest of your weekend. I'm going to go watch some playoffs. I've got some MMA to watch. It's going to be a good night here. Oh, and Jim, Richie, tell us again about the UFO UAP that are made over the years by humans. And you can see this from their appearance. Yes, Jim, thanks. I hope you're still here. The other night, and I see a super chat came in. I'll get to that. The other night, I was talking about the way UFOs look over time. Back in the late 1800s, people talked about these airships that were hovering over the state or something, and they had propellers on them. Remember I was talking about them? Like, they said it was hovering, but were there propellers on it? Who put them there? Was it because the guy who wrote the article thought there should be propellers on it? So he put them on there, even though they weren't described that way. They were described as hovering airships. But that's the thing. over time, the UFOs changed their shapes to the way technology changed the shapes. So do you remember Ford when they first came out with the Ford T model, that box car, right? Pretty shitty looking, right? Didn't even have a seatbelt or a radio, for Christ's sakes. They didn't have the radio yet. Oh, anyway, right? And UFOs back then were kind of boxy, right? They were kind of, people were seeing mainly back then, way back then, big objects like big discs, airships. They were still seeing that kind of stuff. But what really changed was after Roswell. When TV came out in the 50s and people were starting to get TV, and the advertisers made these cars, right? You remember in the 50s what the cars looked like, right? Kind of bubbling, kind of almost sporty, but bubbling in a way. They were really cool in the 50s. UFOs that were reported were kind of looking like that. They were bubbly. They weren't angular. There were no triangles. There were no angular right angle sharp turns or interesting looking, dynamically looking UFOs that looked just clean and streamlined yet. It wasn't like that. They were kind of like the car shape. Then you get into the 60s and we saw some really bulbous, if that's even a word, UFO shapes. And then in the 70s, things really changed. TV got super popular. Color came out in the late 60s. Everything got colorized. Something changed in society. And people started seeing triangles, cylinders. But that could also be because the technology changed. And if you noticed, cars also changed. The hot rods were real popular in the 50s, the late 50s, but the 60s and 70s, the cars got long and streamlined and they had the big fins, and the UFOs seemed to mimic that. The triangles, you know, they had the long fins, kind of. A lot of people said they had long fin-like appendages. So you were seeing the shapes matching up with the cars. And if you look at UFOs now, jump ahead 40, 50 years, you have something that doesn't have any propellers. It has no wings. It has no means of propulsion. It's a tablet that's called the Tic Tac that nobody's ever seen yet. Let's keep that in mind. Only the military has seen it. I've never seen one. You've never seen one. Nobody in public yet has seen one. So scratch that. If you look at everything else, if you look at the Tesla car, you look at the Mustang, the Corvette, the Lamborghini, the Ferrari, Bugattis, you can even look at UFOs taking on those super cool shapes of cars. Not precisely, but technologically, it kind of, everything got a little more compact, just like our technology did. But things also changed. We are now seeing more of the triangles. We very rarely see the cylinders, very rarely see cigar shapes anymore. You know why? Cigars aren't popular. Smoking isn't popular. No, it's a psyop. I'm telling you. Ufology is a psyop. Nobody's seeing it because nobody's doing that. Yeah, more people are smoking, vaping, but that type of UFO gets no play because it's not exciting. So the cylinder can't be changed. It will always be the same. And so will the triangle. But what changes the most? The thing that's seen the most, the orb. Orbs come in all shapes and sizes, all different brightnesses, all different colors. But one thing stays the same as much as things change, is that we're still relying on people for the stories. We have the technology to record, but apparently people just don't know how to work their cameras, and we still have bloody and blurry Bloody video. We got bloody videos out there now. They're all bloody, blurry videos. We still have them after all this time. And anything now that is deemed too good to be true, it is too good to be true. But that's why I think things have changed over the years. The design changes. You can go along with the car design. You can go along just with society's design. You could look at advertisers. You know, back in the 60s, a lot of things had bubbles and roundness and bright pastel colors. All that shit's changed now. Now it's all laser sharpness, right angle turns, and amazing propulsion you can't see. That's the times we live in. That's the UFOs we're going to see. Why? Because they're man-made. We'll be back tomorrow. I want to say thank you for the $20 from Andromeda Native. That's a super dono. Right at the end of the show, even. I can't believe it. Hey, where is everybody? Oh, there you are. Thank you very much for the $20 right at the end. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything else. Diane Boss, the boss, with $2 as well. Hey, that's a mucho gusto generoso. You should co-host a show with Amy. Oh, yeah, that's a great idea. Not a bad idea. Okay, I like it. I'm surprised we haven't. Well, we've been on a show, but we haven't co-hosted or done a show together. That would be fun. Good idea. All right. Yeah. When Amy's ready, we'll talk and we'll figure it out. I'm not saying it's going to happen tomorrow. I'm kidding. Of course. That'll be fun. Right, Amy? Amy, she left. Thanks, Diane. All right. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow. Remember what I said. We are always Truthology for you. Truthology for ufology. And we'll be back tomorrow. Have a great rest of your weekend and alien bless.